Yes, indeed. We're doing it once again from the Pix 11 Social Media Center on 42nd and 2nd Avenue. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Two teams, one podcast. Hi, everybody. Harry Carey alongside Scott Stanford, Bret Callahan. Good to see you again, bud.
Good to see you. What's going on there,
It's
Scott?
always good when I see you in the seat next to me.
It's
Makes
nice
me feel good.
Oh, fantastic.
Makes me feel like I'm home on the couch and we're
know,
about to watch some WWE together.
Like
you know
that, a little
I mean?
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Making a lot of money at
Everything's
SmackDown.
good. Listen, I want to start today with the French Open because everybody's talking about it.
We are.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Serena.
Listen,
she was great.
Serena's doing great.
She's going to win the French Open again.
Jared Donaldson.
Jared.
Jared.
Because Josh is a baseball
He was
player.
serving underhand, that kid.
Sometimes you got to do it. He lost.
I think Serena's going to win.
Do.
I think she's going to win. But enough about the French Open.
Right. I digress.
What do you want to do? You want to talk about the team that's doing well or the team that's on the injured list?
Are you a glass half full kind of guy or a glass half empty?
Let's do glasses full with the Yankees.
Okay, let's start with them.
Let's talk about
nice win.
Those Yankees, man.
Gleyber Torres back at it.
Man, oh man! You know it's still crazy that play with Sanchez.
Well, I gotta tell you, Scott. Sometimes when you're good, you're good.
The ball ricochets off.
Boom!
The
and I gotta say this. I love the Yankees, as we all know. And anyone who listens or watches this podcast knows I love the Yankees. Boy, is Gary Sanchez a bad catcher.
He's not good defense.
The guy can hit everywhere, but that
wasn't his fault. I mean, Chapman threw the ball 100 miles an hour over his head.
Bounces off the wall.
But
boom,
here's
boom.
the thing: if that was the Mets, the ball would have ricocheted off the wall, hit the catcher in the kneecap, and would have broke his kneecap.
That's the Mets,
right?
What kind of team has a fire at their own stadium but the Mets? This day in Mets history. A fire at the stadium.
It's unbelievable.
I don't think anyone was hurt.
As of this broadcast, there was like a brush fire inside the Jackie Robinson Rotunda at Citi Field. Anyway, listen, let's get back to the Yankees.
Okay, let's do it.
Because you know what? How good has Gleyber Torres
He's been great.
Just like a good Gleyber. Torres is there.
He's been great.
Thank you, John Sterling.
He's been great. Andy Harrow threw a little, he cooled down a little bit. Gleyber's been like the 5'2" guy everyone said he was going to be. He's come as promised.
Do you like this team now with Greg Bird back in the
Bird's
lineup?
the best hitter on the Yankees. Everyone says it. He is the best pure hitter on the Yankees.
Yeah.
But I have to say this. I'm a little concerned.
You're always concerned. You Yankee fans are always concerned. You're 100 games over 500, but there's a problem.
The bullpen's the problem. The bullpen's the problem, and this team, to get to the World Series, needs another starter.
Okay.
I know there's talk about Machado coming here at the trade deadline, this and that. This team needs to get a quality starter. Now, call me crazy.
Okay, you're crazy.
Madison Bumgarner's your guy.
That's not going to happen.
I think San Francisco's going to trade him.
But they're going to want too many. What are you going to trade somebody straight up? There's nobody they're going to
Well, you're going to trade Clint Frazier in the deal. We've talked about that last week.
And who goes with Clint Frazier to San Francisco?
I don't know. But you know what? Mr. G. We'll send G. I don't know.
I'd send G and Frazier to.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I think Madison Bumgarner's your guy. If you don't get him, you go after Cole Hamels. We spoke about that as well. The Yankees need to shore up their pitching. And I'm going to give you a little trade with the Mets that I think could work. And I don't know who the Yankees would give up. Maybe a bag of balls. But would you trade Familia to the Yankees?
Jay Roos Familia?
Yes.
I don't know.
Shore up the bullpen.
I don't know. I don't know if the Mets would make that deal either. But that's all they have in their bullpen.
Well, you know, if the season goes the way it's going, at the trade deadline, the Mets are out of it, let's say.
Answer me this, Batman.
Yeah.
Why is Giancarlo Stanton, the
struggling.
MVP, the National League MVP, having such a hard time this season?
Well, when you switch leagues, it's always harder, as we know.
Yes.
Some people don't play well in New York.
Right.
But another thing that we discussed yesterday, a bunch of my friends and myself, was, has he changed his stance from last year?
That's what I asked.
He looks totally different.
I feel like he's batting, he's got a whole different batting
It's
stance.
weird, and if I could stand up, I would. He's like all the way away from the plate, and it's like, okay, I got to get the ball. I mean.
The craziest thing about that statement you just made was that you have friends. I didn't even know that.
It's shocking.
It's unbelievable.
It's shocking.
I was your only friend. Me and G.
You and G. Yeah.
All right,
it's a lonely existence.
Let's switch it over to the unamazings right now. How does one team...
Are you on the DL?
I could be.
Okay.
How does one team... You lose your main starting pitcher to a hand injury, a finger injury earlier in the day.
Yes.
And then that night starting pitcher goes out, you lose him to a middle finger injury.
I got to say this. If I'm Jacob deGrom, I'm saying, get me off the boat. I'm jumping off the boat. I'm like, trade me. Send me anywhere so I don't get hurt.
Let's go through
the Mets are the only team that every year has 10 players hurt. You change your medical staff. Mickey Callaway says everyone's staying hydrated. Got to stay hydrated if you're the Mets.
Yeah.
Cespedes. Okay, who's hurt on this team? Cespedes is on the DL.
Go ahead.
Syndergaard's hurt.
Yes.
Matz is hurt. You don't have Travis d'Arnaud.
Oh, Todd Frazier?
Yeah, Kevin Plawecki is hurt.
Listen, the big thing about Frazier is that guy was your leader in the clubhouse. You have nobody leading the way right now.
They haven't had anyone leading the way since Keith Hernandez back in '88. Come on.
What, when he was smoking cigarettes back in the clubhouse?
Well, he was leading the way. It's something, yeah.
Unbelievable. My boy Swarzak can't get on the field.
He's hurt, too.
I like Swarzak.
Everyone's hurt.
We became friends at spring training.
And I want to say this to you.
What?
How good has Jay Bruce been?
Bruce.
Can't even find the guy.
He
goes to Cleveland. He's ripping it up. He's in the playoffs. He comes back to New York. Where is he? At a deli? What's he doing?
Start spreading the news.
He's spreading mayonnaise on his sandwich. That's what he's doing.
We would be remiss because it's this time of the year,
and
this time of the week where you got the NBA Finals.
Got a lot of stuff going on.
The NHL Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, let's start with the NBA.
This Vegas thing.
Okay, we'll get to Vegas in a second.
Who are all these fake Vegas fans anyway?
I got a great story about
All of a sudden, everybody
Vegas.
in Vegas is a hockey.
I know someone. I was at a diner about 2 weeks ago, and the guy at the diner says to me, how about those Golden Knights?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, they're doing really well. Maybe make the Stanley Cup. He goes, I placed a bet on them.
Oh, we did? What, at the beginning of the year?
600 to 1 odds.
At the beginning of the year?
Yes, he put $100 down.
So he's going to win $60,000.
Probably.
If they win the Stanley
Could you
Cup.
imagine? A lot of people in Vegas, the bookies are shaking because everyone plays bets on Vegas.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah, and now it might come true.
That is unbelievable. I can I could tell you.
Can you imagine $60,000 in your pocket?
I could tell you who the goalie is.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else on the team.
Hey, and I believe the guy who was an assistant at the Islanders, of all my team, is the guy who picked the players for Vegas.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And you and I were not happy with the name of this team. They could have come up with something better.
The Vegas Aces is
great. Give me a top 3 names of the Vegas team. Top 3.
Well, the Aces is number 1.
The Vegas Aces.
Aces and spades.
The Vegas Gamblers.
True.
Right?
Look, how great would this team be if they were called the Vegas Gamblers and Kenny Rogers was their mascot?
You got to know when.
Could you imagine him on the jersey? A picture of Kenny Rogers. And then you have Kenny Rogers roasters. Mm-hmm. Like catering. No, they had great stuffing. Oh,
Kenny Rogers roasters.
Yeah, and then they cater the entire arena.
That place was the best.
I know.
I loved Rogers roasters. Did I say that?
You did.
And
like 5 times.
There was Aces, Gamblers. How about the Vegas Spades? Would have been good.
Anything would have been better than the Golden Knights. But they have great pregame ceremonies with knights coming out and fighting and all this stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Now let's get to the NBA Finals.
Go ahead, LeBron.
I'm annoyed.
Go ahead. You're annoyed.
I do not want to see LeBron James take on the same team, the Warriors, again. Oh, my God. How many times are you ever going to say, well, LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan? No, he's not.
I'm so sick
he's
of that
not.
Whole thing. I don't even care who's better than who. I'm so sick of the conversation.
But you see,
the one thing you have to do, though, is you have to say that after this season, LeBron is up there 1 and 1A with Jordan. The guy's great.
Okay.
The guy's amazing.
I don't like to bring up other announcers on this show, but Stephen A. Smith said it perfectly. Okay, this is what he said. First round, who did LeBron beat? The Pacers with Victor Oladipo. Ooh, big deal. Second round, he beat the Toronto Raptors.
But he did it by himself.
The Toronto Raptors they can't even get out of their own way. Get to the third round. He beats the Celtics. It takes him 7 games to beat a team without Kyrie Irving on it.
So you're not giving LeBron any
not at all.
What you
Michael Jordan, boom, 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 we're in the finals.
Right.
Okay? Third problem about this. Now he gets to face the Warriors. So if he loses, then he says, well, it was just me. I didn't have any supporting cast, and I'm taking my act either to the Rockets with Chris Paul, who's trying to recruit him, or I'm going to the Sixers.
Okay.
So here we go again. Poor LeBron lost in the finals.
LeBron's taking his talents elsewhere.
Do you think he has a chance?
In the finals?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to see a sweep. I don't want to see a 3-1 series win. I just want to see a good series. I don't care who wins. I want to see a good series.
I think LeBron, I've said this, LeBron would be better off with the Knicks starting 5 than with the Cavaliers starting 5.
Now, here's my question. Would everybody always says,
Porzingis healthy, obviously.
if Kevin Durant was on the Cavaliers instead of LeBron, would they be in the finals right now?
No.
No. They wouldn't.
No. But there's no competition in the East. It proves how bad the East is. It's terrible. Not like this podcast.
You have friends at the diner?
I do.
By the way, I was just told that representatives from the Museum of TV and Broadcasting
Have called and
they're
they're
standing by. They want a copy of this podcast
to burn.
to bring over to the podcast wing.
Oh, I thought they were going to burn it. You know,
And
like
did
the
you
stuff
know,
at Citi Field.
You know what I also understand? You know, at Syracuse at the Newhouse School where
Yes.
where you are, where they teach
I went
broadcasting.
There. They do.
I understand they use this podcast now in their, literature.
Yes.
And in their
what not to do in your broadcasting career.
Broadcasting.
Yes.
Yeah. This is where
this guy went here. Don't do this. Stay away from this.
I went to Oswego, my friend, 40 miles north.
Yes, you did. You had the ropes around the river.
Yeah.
I remember those ropes.
All right, listen, I give you the last word. What do you want? Last thing before we go.
The Yankees need, okay, well, I'll sum up this podcast in 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
Yankees need to fix their bullpen and they need a starting pitcher. The Mets need to stay healthy, and I don't know how that's ever going to happen. And who in the heck wants to see LeBron James take on the Warriors again in the finals?
Just a bit outside. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this.
That's what I think of this finals.
Yeah, zip it up. Two Teams, One Podcast. Don't forget, you can catch the Mets and Cubs Sunday, 1 p.m. Mets and Cubbies. Cubbies are going to eat
Who's
them
hurt
up,
by then?
1 p.m. right here on Pix 11. Check out the full schedule, pix11.com/baseball. You'll find all the latest baseball news. Two Teams, One Podcast. If you like the show, make sure you subscribe. From my boy Bret Callahan, I'm Scott Stanford. Bye-bye, everybody.